Happy Monday, everyone. It's Sophie.
And Adi.
We're always looking for new ways to support you, and we know firsthand how life can get in the way.
So we've created 5-minute episodes with motivation from us and our great friends to keep you feeling ignited and inspired no matter what life throws at you.
Welcome to the Ignited Motivation Podcast. Mini episodes every Monday.
Listen while you brush your teeth.
Or on your morning walk.
And you'll never miss out on the latest tips and tricks that are keeping us feeling motivated.
Hello, I'm Krista Williams of the Almost 30 podcast.
And I'm Lindsey Simick.
And you're listening to Ignited. And today we're going to be talking about being present through the process.
Oh,
I know.
Not easy.
I know. It's something that I've actually just recently learned. So if you're not familiar, Lindsey and I are hosts of Almost 30 podcast. We've been doing this for about 3 years now. We have events all over the world. We have a large community of people that are dedicated to growth and transformation, and kindness, etc. But we've since built this into a business where we do it full time. And for me, that was a lot of my learning, to be present through the process. And, you know, I look back to myself 3 years ago when I was working a corporate job. I might have been actually unemployed. I was actually unemployed at that time. I was babysitting, I was serving, I had just moved to LA, and I was really figuring it out. And if you would have told me that 3 years from then that I would be owning my own business, working with my best friend, have a team of 5, doing a podcast, being creative, doing what I love, and having discovered more of what I loved along the way, I would have never believed you.
Yeah, it's one of those things that if we knew also how much work and sacrifice and consistency and dedication it would take, the thought of it is kind of daunting. So to be able to just immerse ourselves in the process has really helped us to be there for every small shift, bit of information, inspiration, every detail that has helped us to be more present for not only the podcast, but what it's become is just a larger community.
Yeah. And I think for me too, I realized that as I create goals, I always make bigger ones along the way. And I think that was such a learning for me that if I looked at myself now, I'd be like, oh, I have it all. In quotes, you know, I'm saying this in quotes comparatively, but when I'm here, you know, at this day, I have bigger goals and I have different goals, and you're never truly there. And even starting the podcast Almost 30 as, you know, a conversation about the transition from our 20s to our 30s, I thought in my early 20s that I would have all the answers by the time I was 30. I would have a family, I would have a husband, we would live in a house, and I would have all of these things, and I would really understand myself. I would have a grip on everything. And I don't have those things. And the process of life never really ends until you die. And, you know, for me, I see us going on to different lives and all of these things. So it was something that we never know everything. Everything always changes, and your goals and your aspirations always change with you. And so that makes me want to be more present through the creation of everything I'm doing in my life.
Yeah, the realization that we are always changing and everything around us is always changing is something that's definitely helped me to ground, and also to focus on cultivating rather than expecting. So I think as like a young buck in my 20s, I was expecting to be married by a certain age, expecting to have kids by a certain age, expecting to be, you know, a Broadway star by this age and be doing this and traveling the world. And what that really did was narrow my own understanding of my potential. So I really just put it in this one lane, whereas there's so many lanes in front of me, and working on just cultivating what's right in front of me right now, I think has set me up to experience things that I would have never ever imagined.
Yeah, I think that's so beautiful. And I completely agree. And I think that was a shift that I also made, you know, when I was in my early 20s, as I was all about the manifestation through The Secret and that sort of thought process. So I would make my lists and I would write down everything that I wanted to create. And then when I did that, I created, I manifested trying to be a Soul Cycle instructor. Mm-hmm. That didn't work out. And that was limiting my actual passion and my goal in life. And then I found Almost 30. So it's like, by removing the expectations that I have or limiting myself through these contrived ways of believing that I know what is best for me in the future, I have been able to allow myself to open up to something that's even more beautiful than I could have ever expected.
And just being so kind to ourselves, because throughout the process of changing, of growing, of pursuing things that really light us up, there will be times where we feel the lows and, where emotions will come up and we won't know why. So it's been really helpful to me just to allow that and to be the mess and to be really joyful. Sometimes I feel shame around joy in front of other people. So it's just allowing yourself to be there and to transmute all of the emotions that come up whenever they do.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, present for the process.
Be present.
Thanks for listening.
It never ends.
We appreciate you and we're here for you. We are Almost 30 Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Almost 30 Podcast. We're super active on there. You can visit our website, almost30podcast.com. There's tons of information there. We're on tour and we'd love to see you in a city near you.
Yep. And if you're interested in starting a podcast, you can go to Your Podcast Pro. That's YOUR, podcastpro.com. And we have all the resources to help support you in doing that. Thank you so much to Sophie and Adi and the whole Ignited family for having us on. We are so honored and God bless.
Yeah, we love you.
You just listened to the Ignited Motivation Podcast.
Did you love the mini dose of motivation? Please let us know. Your feedback and experience is our #1 motivator. Leave us a review, subscribe, and share with your favorite people on your favorite apps. And don't forget to catch the next episode every Monday.
Because we want to hear from you. So join the conversation and discover bonus content on our website and Instagram. You can find the links in the show notes. Now that you're ignited, what are you motivated to take on?